If you're just trying to get a great job, you can do that without college. I stayed with a gun, whether I was sleeping, whether I was using the bathroom, whether I was downstairs eating food. So this is my first time getting caught with a gun. And I'm pleading to the principal like, yo, I need my gun back.
هذا حد العالم هذا طالب هذا راسخ وإلى آخره.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all the RipRight Hadith disciples, YouTubers, and viewers, welcome back to a new video on RipRight HD. And y'all know Saturday, so we're getting back to the prison stories, or just stories in general, because like I said, I'll be going back from prison, different types of different places in the penitentiary where I've been: New York, New Jersey, upstate, downstate, as well as in the streets and things that happen in the streets if I find that there's some kind of benefit in the story. So right now we're going to be going back to the streets when I was a lot younger. I had to be around 16 this time, 17, around that age, because I eventually got locked up when I was 18 years old. I might have just been turning 18. It's a possibility. I can't really remember, but this is the first time that I actually got caught with a gun, and was the only time that I ever in my whole criminal career was caught with a pistol. For whatever reason, I never got caught with guns, but in this situation I did. And this is exactly how it went. And for the kids out there that don't want to go to school, you know, you're 15, you're 16, you're 17, you're getting a little older, you feel like you're a man or you feel like you're a woman, you just don't want to go to school. This is my advice. School is not for everybody. I would agree. Like, you know, if you can just complete high school, get your GED, the least. But after that, you have to do something. You don't have to be in college for multiple years, you know, in order to get a great job. If you're just trying to get a great job, you can do that without college. Now, if you're trying to become a doctor or something, then you obviously need college. So you got to pick and place exactly what you're going to do with your life. So as I said, school is not for everybody. School definitely wasn't for me. And I feel like if you want to become a millionaire, you can do it going to school, and you have a better chance of not going to school and becoming a millionaire, especially in this era. That's just my opinion. However, get the bare minimum. So right now you're 16, 17, 18. You don't want to go to school. Just finish up, and you know, you don't have to deal with college. Go do exactly what you have to do. Chase your dreams and apply pressure. Get a job first and foremost. Stack some bread. I preach entrepreneurship, but you do need capital in most cases to become an entrepreneur. So let's get right to the point. So this is my first time getting caught with a gun. Now, I stayed with a gun. I don't care where I was, whether I was sleeping, whether I was using the bathroom, whether I was downstairs eating food. When I started to, you know, walk around with a gun and have a gun on me, it was mandatory for me to do this anywhere, everywhere I went. So I would even have to go to parole, or probation with my gun. I used to have to bring somebody with me. They hold it. When I go upstairs, we exchange in the dollar van. You'll hold this down, because that's how much I was, you know, stuck. Like, yeah, I got shot once. I'm never getting shot again. So here I am, young 17-year-old AD. I had to be like 17, 18, because this was after I got shot. I'm going to GED school with a gun on me daily, every single day. Sometimes a 9, sometimes a 4/5. It depended on how I was feeling. But I definitely had a gun. So at this time, I'm taking a bus. So I don't remember exactly what area it is, but it was the 20 bus, and it used to take me to the school. This had to be like close to Gershwin, and over there it was like a green building, and they had like younger kids than us downstairs, and they had like the older kids upstairs. They didn't have any metal detectors, and that was the beautiful thing for me in my situation, because I was gang banging, and number two, I stayed with a gun. So I used to get off the 20 bus, go to class, have my strap on me, and then one time I got into an argument with a dude. And he was a way, way bigger than me in size, body weight. And I was just talking to him calm, like, yeah, whatever you want to do. What I mean? We could get to it, like that. So, the teachers and stuff like that came, stopped a little argument that we had because he was getting like really in his feelings. So one day I'm in school and this same teacher that has stopped everything, he was a cool dude. He was a younger cat at the time, so he kind of related to us, and he looked like he worked out, at the time. He was very, very athletic. So I had one of my next boys that I used to, chill with or whatever. He was cool too. They started to get into a dispute about who was the fastest, and teacher versus student. So we was hype. We was like, yo, bro, you gonna smoke him. You gonna smoke him. And the teacher like, nah, he ain't smoking nobody. We gonna see after school. Mind you, I got this gun on me. And at the time, it was that at this particular day, it was one of the worst hammers I had on me. However, people, we used to do research on this particular gun. It was a 𝗥𝗖𝗄𝗧𝗜𝗍. They were very cheap. They was like $90 to $100 OT. There was cases we used to see where they would like explode on people in the range, a lot of stuff like that. But we used to just grab 𝗥𝗖𝗄𝗧𝗏s, high points. We kept all type of throwaway guns like that. But then you had your 𝗥𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 I have to, but for the most part, if I gotta bust a dude real quick, I'm gonna use the throwaway. So a lot of the times I'll be walking with either a high point or a 𝗥𝗚𝗣𝗏 because I was confident in those particular guns that they wouldn't jam on me. And the only reason was because I used to take care of my weapons, like WD-40, break them down, clean them up, oil them out, release them, right here in the hood. At one time when there was shots being fired, dudes used to hit my Nokia. Yo, that was you? Yeah, bro. Yeah, all right, cool. Because it wasn't like just, we don't have access to gun ranges and things like that. So as a youth, that's what I used to do. Especially when I just first purchased the hammer, I would break it down, clean it, make sure it worked, and things like that. So every now and again, empty the clip, you know what I'm saying? So people can say what they want, oh, he's shooting in the sky or he's shooting at this, but we made sure that what we had on us was reliable. It wasn't, and we knew how to use it. We knew how to break it down. We was on the internet studying this type of stuff, because you got to remember, this is still roughly beginning of the YouTube era and all of that stuff going on. So now, after school come, I got this gun. You know how the Guess jeans was. All of the jeans, for the most part, had that fifth pocket. So the 𝗥𝗚𝗏𝗏, my fifth pocket right here in my pocket was big enough for me to put the nozzle and almost like the trigger into that fifth pocket. So it was stay there. It was like a nice, almost like a holster, and it was stuck there. And I'm baggy at the time. We younger, so you're not really seeing the grip unless like I get on a bus and I raise my hand to grab onto the pole or something like that. It would raise up. I had a situation like that. So I got this hammer in my fifth pocket like a whole nut, so it's quick access in case I gotta grab it. And we outside, so the school start crowding in outside. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. So my boy about to smoke him. You know what I'm saying? So they on your mark, the teacher and my boy line up to race. Get set. Go. They running, they hauling. So the anticipation is there because they like head to head, no freaky neck to neck. They like kind of going at it, but then my man gets a little bit in front of him, and then right before the finish line, he beat him. And we was all like, get him. And we was all so hype and so excited, You know, we was young. We never really see a teacher just come out after school, you know, race a student. It was like play, fun. And as soon as he crossed the finish line and won, everybody just, you know, started celebrating. It was like a big thing, but, you know, jumping and all of that. So as soon as he won, I was like, yeah. And I jumped up like if I won the chip like Michael Jordan when he hit the game winner. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all know what happened when I jumped up in the air like that. Once, it's like when I came down, shirt lift up, I don't know what was going on. I know the pistol just ended up, all I heard was blank, clank, 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 clank. Through all of that commotion, everybody stopped. It was like silence. So, boom, I look. I catch eye contact with a female teacher. She catch eye contact with me. I look at the pistol. And I just walked right to where it was, picked it up, tucked them, and then I'm out now. But this is the situation. I had a choice to make, you know, and alhamdulillah, I made the right choice. There was no bus coming. In order to get back to where I gotta go is a long journey. I wish I could explain exactly where it's at, but with a 20 bus, I'm talking about these blocks. It's almost like an industrial area. That's what it feels like because the blocks are so long. It's like being right on Linden. It might have been on Linden Boulevard. It's like being right on Linden. So all of that, but not as much like Linden. It's more like it's kind of hard to explain. I had nowhere to go. There was no way I was going to get away and they wasn't going to find that pistol. That's how I felt at the time. So the teacher said to me, listen, Mr. Nesbitt, if you keep going, I'm going to have to call the police. Just give me the gun. And I'm like, him don't know where he at. He's in another hood. I couldn't really get far. So, yo, I turned around. I'm like, yo, and gave her the pistol. I don't know what possessed me. It's probably because I felt like I couldn't get away. It was over. She took the pistol and they let me go home. And they like, yo, burn it up. They told my moms, yo, this dude, we caught him with a hammer on him. So you know what I do? I get home, my mom wild me up. Yo, she already know what time it is. She catching me in the crib with dozens of hammers. She's finding hammers in other stash boxes, and I'm coming home and 5-6 hammers is out on the floor. Like, yo, what? Do something with this. And I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my hammer back. They let me go. I'm not even grateful that they let me go and they didn't call the police. I'm heated that these people got my hammer. So they like, yo, you need to send his father up here. So, you know, my mom's like, his father's not living. At the time, I got to go to work. What's going to be the case? So I talked to my brother. I'm like, yo, Sean, what's up, bro? I need you to come up here, talk to these people, the principal. We have a sit down so I could get my hammer back. This is how I'm thinking at that age, like a whole bot. So he come up there with me. You know, he's sitting there and I'm pleading to the principal like, yo, I need my gun back. Do you understand how gone I was? And, you know, he like, nah, you ain't getting it back. But they was acting like they was going to give it back to me so I can bring my one of my guardians up or my parent. So I'm pleading with this principal about getting a gun, illegal firearm back from the principal who did not call the police on me. And what's crazy is they said the principal of this particular school was once, in the streets, and then he turned over a new leaf, and he got that school up and running, and just like a lot of stuff. So I'm like, him might sell my hammer, man. So I'm pissed. I never gets my hammer back. And from then on, anytime I went to school, they would search me. So I had like when I would come through the school, they would search me. So what did I do? I used to have to meet up with my man before school. Like, yo, listen, if I get on the bus before you get on bus, boom, this is what we're going to do. Meet me right here. And I used to give him the hammer. Because, mind you, at this time, that's all I'm buying. I was looking bummy. I was looking the worst. Every time I got $400-500, yo, what's up? Yo, what's good? What you got on the market? Oh, yeah, £4. What kind? Yeah, I'm coming to get it. That was it. I was just purchasing pistol after pistol after, like, if I was in some kind of war, Vietnam, I don't know what I was thinking at that time. Had a fascination. As you can see, same thing like with RipRight. I'm just going, but it's nonstop. So people, got to understand that when you're into something, you got to get obsessive. And that's what happened to me in that life of crime. And I still was getting my gun in school after that. I never got my gun back. But the moral of the story is I was carrying a gun to school, but I was in school, right? So how it is that you 15, 16, and you don't want to go to school? School was where it was at when we was younger. That's where everything went down. You had your fun after school. You went to all your classes. And I was in there studying for the GED. In the meantime, walking with a gun and gang banging. I still thought that I needed an education, and I was gang banging with a gun in school. And then also, the fact that I was actually in school is also scary because I was a bad influence on other students. So like, as far as your son or your daughter, when you send them out to school, who are they around? Are they around dudes like that I was, walking around with guns and actually in school, and being a bad influence? So, sometimes it's like, yo, if I could, would I homeschool my children? Would that be best? Because it's scary. So guys, man, stay in school. Complete what you have to complete. If you don't want to go to college, make sure you have a plan to succeed in life. If not, you're just going to be worthless. Whether you're in crime or you're not doing anything at all. Two of them is not good. Stay tuned. Stay rip. Six pack. Big back. Big facts.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh